My name is Adwoa, and I was supposed to get married on the 14th of February, Valentine's Day. It was meant to be the most romantic day of my life, roses, music, and the man of my dreams, Kabi. But that was before she showed up, the widow who turned my wedding into the biggest scandal in Accra. Kabi and I had been dating for 3 years. He was charming, successful, and from a respected family in East Legon. We met at a friend's birthday party, and from the moment he smiled at me, I thought, this is the man I'll grow old with. We had a whirlwind romance. He spoiled me with gifts, we took weekend trips to Cape Coast, and he would always tell me, Adwoa, you're the only woman who understands me. So, when he proposed at Labadi Beach with a diamond ring under the sunset, I said yes, without hesitation. The wedding was planned to perfection, designer dress from London, gold-themed decor, and a guest list full of politicians, celebrities, and church elders. Everything was on track, until the night before the wedding. Around 11 p.m., I got a strange message on Instagram from a woman named Ama Surwa. She said, "You don't know me, but you should. Ask Kabi about the funeral he attended in Kumasi 2 months ago." I thought it was just some jealous ex trying to ruin my day, so I ignored it. But the next morning, just as I was about to get into my wedding gown, my maid of honor rushed in, pale as chalk. She said, "Adwoa, there's a woman outside, dressed in all black, demanding to speak to you." I stepped out, and there she was, Ama Surwa. She was stunning, but her eyes were cold. She told me she was Kabi's wife. They had been married for 5 years until he mysteriously stopped coming home. 3 months ago, he attended her mother's funeral in Kumasi, promising to fix things between them. But instead, he blocked her and vanished. Just 2 weeks ago, she got news from a friend that Kabi was marrying some girl in Accra. That girl was me. I didn't believe her at first, but then she pulled out wedding photos, her in a white Kent gown, Kabi holding her waist, smiling. My heart dropped. But she wasn't done. She said, "Do you know why he disappeared? Because I found out about his secret business in Takoradi, smuggling gold through offshore accounts. And now that business is in trouble. He's marrying you for one reason, your father's connections in Parliament." I felt sick. All those romantic words, the gifts, were they just a scheme? My father is a powerful MP, and suddenly everything made sense. But the real scandal was yet to come. Ama insisted on confronting him publicly. Before I could stop her, she walked straight into the church, right down the aisle in front of 300 guests, and announced, "Kabi cannot marry today. This man is my husband." The church went silent. Then she threw a manila envelope on the floor. It was full of bank statements, offshore account details, and photos of Kabi with several other women in Dubai and London. The crowd erupted. My mother almost fainted, my father walked out, and Kabi tried to drag Ama out of the church. That's when another twist dropped. Ama revealed she wasn't here to win him back. She had already filed for divorce, but she wanted to make sure he never had the political connections to escape justice for his gold smuggling. By the time the police arrived, yes, the police, Ama had made a call to her cousin, who worked in the CID. They arrested Kabi on the spot for financial crimes. Cameras were flashing, guests were whispering, and I stood there in my wedding gown, watching the man I thought I loved being dragged away in handcuffs. And the final, bitter twist? 2 weeks later, Ama called me. She said, "Adwoa, don't hate me. I did you a favor. If I hadn't shown up, you'd be stuck with a liar and a criminal." Then she laughed and added, "Besides, I'm seeing someone new. A banker. And guess what? He's richer than Kabi." Now, when people talk about my wedding, they don't call it a celebration. They call it the day the widow stole the bride. And honestly, I'm just grateful she did. Subscribe to Afro Tales and Vibes on YouTube for more interesting African tales and mysteries.